Howdy folks, Dakota Hayden here with RTC TV4, and tonight I am here at Rochester High School where the Rochester High students have put together a science convention or a science fair here to demonstrate all their demonstrations and experiments that they got put together. So I'm going to take you all around and we'll see what everyone's put together, and we'll have the students introduce themselves and we'll see what's going on here at Rochester High. Thank you for tuning in on RTC TV4.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rock. And I'm Haley Kuntz. And so we did our project over the Tohoku tsunami. And so pretty much tsunamis, they happen because of splitting in the continental crust. And so when that happens, it can cause really big waves to form in like the oceans and stuff. And then when a tsunami can happen, it can cause a lot of damage to people's houses, crops, plants, cars, and it can wipe out a lot of like the nuclear power plants and just the power in general.
All right, my name is Dane Midkiff, and this is Justin Scheidler, Jada, and November. We did the Nepal earthquake in 2015. It was a very tragic one. The way we had it set up for ours is we have a RC motor hooked up to a gear with a bracket, and it's held up to a 9-volt battery. And when we flip the switch, it basically shakes the whole thing, and it knocks down all the little houses we have. And here we go.
My name's Hayden Prater, and this is Eli Stevens, and we're doing the eruption of Galunggung in 1882, which happened in Indonesia. So this eruption covered over 18,000 square feet of land. It erupted right here, and it covered this entire island of Indonesia with ash from the volcano and ruined most of the farmland, and when that ash carried all the way up here, and it ruined most of the farmland and villages from that volcano also. So Eli, if you want to, you can do the demonstration. Just you can take that out and do it. It might look a little better. And I'd like to thank Andrew Dunwoody for helping with this. He was one of our partners too. He wasn't able to be here though. So that should be good. So as the volcano erupted in Indonesia, most of the lava flowed down and ruined most of this farmland and most of the villages that were made or built right here along the valley of this volcano.
All right, so I'm Olivia, this is Ripley, and this is Kinsey, and we had the Indian Ocean tsunami. It's ranked as one of the top 10 deadliest in the countries and in the United States. Ended up happening on December 26th, the day after Christmas in 2004 at 7:58 a.m. Other countries were affected by this, including India, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar, and Somalia. Just in Indonesia, it killed 130 to 160,000 people. And in all countries, funeral expenses ended up being $121,506,208 just in funeral expenses. As you can see up here, this is it now. Waves were about 60 to 80 feet high. And to this day, they have everlasting damages that they can't replace. And like I said, some impacts were agricultural, like it left the soil very moist and ended up leaving some damages in the farmers' yards and even in the farms, so they can't replace that. And to this day, it's a lot better, but nothing well has gotten bigger. So that's about it.
Hi, I'm Macy Brown, and this is Rain Craig, and we had Volcán de Fuego. This happened on June 3rd, 2018 in Guatemala. This affected Guatemala, obviously, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. In this picture, you can see how it affected the little area down here. And in the past, they had multiple other ones that have happened, and this has affected, obviously, Mount Fuego. And we would not recommend living here just because of how hazardous the eruptions are, and that could lead to cause tsunamis. And it's also by the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is right here, and it goes all the way around here, and especially right here where Guatemala is. Okay, let's erupt it.
Hello, my name is Justin Dawson. I'm here with Ethan Dewall and Ethan Locke, and this is the Valdivia earthquake. The Valdivia earthquake happened in 1960. It was a 9.6 on the Richter scale. Actually, the damage was so bad that the inflation skyrocketed, causing it was $20 million, but in today's world, it would be $8 billion. We'll give you a little demonstration to show how powerful this was.
The tsunami was triggered by the earthquake, and it was the main reason why there was 5,000 deaths, even though that's not that many for a 9.6 magnitude earthquake. The tsunami started in Chile, and it reached all the way to California, Japan, and Hawaii, causing deaths.
All right, that is the Valdivia earthquake. And it was the largest earthquake known to man.
Hello, I'm Abe. This is Garrett, and that's Kyle. And we had Grady, but he's not here. Our project was about the Cabuco, Chile volcano eruption in 2015. And here's a demonstration.
Hello, my name is Christina Town, and this is Allie Borges and Kinsey McKee. Our mountain is Mount St. Helens, and it erupted in 1980. Originally, this volcano was cone-shaped, but then after an earthquake happened, this whole side came down, and so now it erupts like that. And you guys have more to say? Like, how many people?
This volcano actually caused $850 worth of damage, or $1 million worth of damage, excuse me. It killed most of the wildlife surrounding, and it injured 57 people. So it had a huge effect on the environment and the economy.
This mountain killed a total of 400 people, which is like not a lot, but it still caused like a lot of damage like around it, like a lot of the landscaping. It ruined a lot of that.
And that is Mount St. Helens.
Okay, I'm Calvary Lingenfelter, and this is Will Smith. And so what happens in our project is as plates collide in an earthquake underwater, which is also known as a tsunami, there's energy that goes up to the surface of the ocean, and then this creates ripples and waves. And as these waves ripple, the gravity starts to bring them down. And then as they're going north or south towards cities like the Solomon Islands in this case, they are suppressed as they get to shore because it's getting closer and closer. And then becomes a ginormous wave that falls over into cities, and in this case countries like the Solomon Islands, leaving tons of people homeless. The Solomon Islands lost about a third of their population. They're homeless, and then this is a representation. As the water goes, it destroys cities and wildlife like farm animals and plants, trees, all that stuff.
My name is Jason Salyer. This is Nathaniel Arnett. and this is Nolan Larman, and our project is over the earthquake of Japan in 2011, and this was decimal points away from being one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded. It also left 15,000 people dead, over 6,000 injured, and it also left 3,000 people missing. And it caused over $309 billion in damage, which destroyed their economy because their main income is from manufacturing. And our model represents the seashore where it happened. And
Hi, I'm Tessa Downhour. That's Blake Plummer, and that's Aiden Mars. And we did the Mall Chile earthquake. This occurred in 2010. It was a magnitude of 8.8 earthquake. Here's our demonstration. As you can see, it's already demolished. So this is after the earthquake, but you can start it. When it's actually going, it shows the earthquake happening. So it's kind of both sides.
The total loss of life for this Mall Chile earthquake was around 800 million, and then plus 200 million were affected. The magnitude was 8.8, and the estimated cost of damage was 30 billion.
The earthquake caused a tsunami that flooded many surrounding areas. It wiped out trees and plants and destroyed them.
Hello, thank you, and welcome to Krakatau. It actually was a volcanic eruption that happened on the island of Indonesia. 36,000 lives were lost, and the total cost in this was $1.5 billion. It ruined 165 coastal villages. Some of the things that Indonesia brings at this time was agriculture. They were made up of 32% just agriculture. Some of the cash crops they lost was actually rice, corn, sweet potatoes, sago, cassava, and many more. Now with coal.
Hello, I'm Cole Wyand. In conclusion, we have decided that none of us want to live here because, well, we value our lives, and if you decide you ever want to live there, then kind of know your surroundings and know that you're close to a volcano and be ready for any natural disasters.
This actually was caused by a tsunami that happened underground. As you can tell, it was actually a volcanic eruption that occurred under there. The plates started to shift, and then the volcanic eruptions happened, which caused this eruption, Krakatau, to occur. Like I said, there's a lot of things that were lost in this, and it is still active to this day. Actually, the latest eruption that happened was in 2018 of this year, so it's pretty active.
I'm Dawson Harger. This is Evan Rinsberger, Matthew Lance, and we are doing a tsunami, the Samoa tsunami of 2009. And basically our model here is going to be representing when the tsunami hits and the earth is already deteriorating. And so we have our house and our little people here. Evan, you want to hit it with the wave? You can see when the water hits, it drags down the buildings, and the people are kind of clumped together right now. But they fall down, and it acts like a tsunami because the waves come and take all the buildings and destroy everything. It's basically a tsunami.
not be very good, but. Dude, that's probably the messiest one we've had, though.
If he wants to. I'm just taking shots of it.